Yeah. And I just like to say I'm finally glad I can make it to this table read because I haven't been in a table read in like 2 months.
Damn.
It's not my fault. I got to work.
You got to work.
No, you good. You good.
Smooth butter. Smooth butter.
Welcome to another edition of Welcome to the Wall podcast. We got the squad in our bill.
Yeah.
Bill. Sir Django in our bit.
Bang, bang, boomerang.
Miss Ash.
And they call me smooth because I'm smooth like Shea butter.
I don't think that's not what we talked about.
Yeah. Isn't that when we talked?
I thought your name was Shea Butter because you're smooth like Shea Butter.
Yeah, Shea butter.
Shea butter.
I don't like just Shea butter. Like, just say I'm smooth, and then you ask why I'm smooth because I'm smooth like Shea butter.
Your name is Smooth.
That's a lot, though.
Your name is Smooth.
Okay, let me jump to your defense here. Okay.
Yeah.
I actually think Shea Butter is the most flattering name that any black man could have.
That's what I was saying.
Okay.
It's player, right?
I mean, that's our best
player.
friend.
Fair enough.
Vaseline,
Fair enough. I've been called that my whole life, so I have to play off my name. So yeah, but fair enough.
You're doing good, man.
Vaseline.
All right. So Shea butter.
That's actually like if I would have think of a smooth stripper, Vaseline.
A male stripper?
Ooh.
No, a female. Smooth.
Vaselina.
Vaselina.
Okay.
Vaselina.
Okay.
That's legit. That's very nice.
We also have a guest in the house.
Yeah, I'm Jessi. I just showed up here way too early.
That's what happened?
Oh yeah.
That is what happened.
We appreciate the honesty.
That sounds so not sexy.
This was scheduled.
We appreciate it.
You're a rando? I'm a rando.
That's
Just let me
not
on the
true,
podcast. No. Where are you?
But
Are you a previous actor in the like in the table read?
yeah.
So why don't you mention that?
Yeah, I was here last time.
Okay. All right.
Hell yeah. How was that experience?
It was fun. It was
Oh,
really
bro?
fun. Mad fun. I appreciate y'all like letting me, participate and stuff like that.
So yeah, you did your thing.
You killed it, my G. Was that your first? That wasn't your first table read, was it?
Well, I mean, I've done like acting and stuff. Like
yeah.
Table reads like plays and stuff, but that was my first one with you guys.
Well, yeah, definitely, man.
Yeah, so
amazing.
Yeah.
So I guess so what do you do exactly? You're a pre-actor or
well, I said
actor in training.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pre-actor.
Look, I don't know these
What the hell does that
terms.
mean?
I don't know these actor
What
terms.
does that mean?
Well, I'm in school right now. I'm going to college
dope.
So you're a student.
yes.
Okay.
At I guess I'll shout them out. Bellhaven University in Jackson, Mississippi.
Shout out.
Okay.
Google it.
Shout out education.
Are you safe down there?
Huh?
There's no tiki torches down there?
No lynching.
Oh yeah,
No.
Confederate
Oh.
flags and whatnot.
No lynching
No,
or anything.
No, it's
Okay.
fine. It's not what you'd expect. I mean, it is basically like a PWI. I shouldn't be saying all.
Okay. Well,
Huh?
Wait, what is that?
Oh, nothing, I guess.
Yeah,
Don't
nothing, I
worry
guess.
about it. It's just, but no, the people are really nice and stuff like that.
So is this like a full scale university, or is this like for acting and things? So you have to apply to get into these.
Well, yeah, no, it's a private school. It's a smaller school, of course, but it's a private non-profit school.
Oh, dope.
It's a Christian school,
That's
very
cool.
traditionally
For the low.
Okay.
Christian. Don't worry, I'm not gonna like throw Jesus in your face or something like that.
Okay.
No, I went to Christian school.
So
I
you're
love Christian
sinners.
school.
Yeah, I went to
Christian
a-
school was the
I
shit.
did too.
By the way,
I went to a
ain't gonna
Catholic
Christian
Yeah.
school was the shit. Okay.
It was the shit. Look,
Wow.
I loved
Yeah,
it. I loved it.
I went to a
Yeah.
Catholic university. Unfortunately, it wasn't non-profit. It was
Oh.
very profit. Extremely profit.
Yeah, it's,
All the profit.
Oh, all the
they want your
profit.
money. But it's a liberal arts college, and they have a pretty good theater program and stuff like that there.
Yeah.
That's why I got into it. I'm a business administration major initially, but once I saw how much effort and stuff that they were putting into the theater program and how fun it was, I was like, I want to be a part of that.
Oh, so you kind of stumbled into that,
Yeah.
like acting and whatnot.
Yeah. I mean, I've always kind of had interest in it, just like any form of like art and stuff. Like I used to do like music and stuff like that, and like just
What
any
kind
sort
of music?
Huh?
What kind of music?
Like rapping, R&B.
So you rap?
Oh, you rap?
No,
You got bars?
Hold on.
We spin the cipher right
We're gonna
now.
make this a Rap City show right now.
Yo, multiplication. Call it a 3-factor. I get on stage. Call that bitch an actor.
Listen, I could do
Yo,
exactly
I
what
jump on that farm. Call that bitch a tractor.
Listen, I could do exactly what you just did,
Yeah.
and just as hard. Just give me like 30 minutes to write.
Nah.
I'm not an MC.
We don't have the time.
I'm not
There's
that
a
type of rapper.
difference. There's a difference.
So what's it? What you?
Hey, just do a
What he's
freestyle.
not-
I gotta write. Like,
He
I
just
gotta
said he's
write.
not
Yeah.
an MC.
30
Yeah,
you need 30 minutes?
Yeah, just
Yeah, I
recite
got
something you wrote, and just
Oh,
recite something you wrote over a beat.
Wow. Ooh.
Don't put him on.
Where rhymes,
Yeah,
where
those
rhymes
boys,
with where rhymes with Mississippi?
Benz and Bentley. There you go.
Yo.
But I'm not a rapper.
swag.
There you go. That's the rap.
But I'm not a rapper.
That was the rap.
I'm not even a rapper.
Good
I'm
stuff,
walking.
man.
You know what's funny? You know you can't be around no black people and be like, yo, you don't do music. You rap?
You rap?
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, I shouldn't have said that.
Hey,
They
you
gonna
know,
put the 5 fingers
when
in
you
there.
rap, if you ball, yo, I'm funny. Oh, say something funny.
Say
Like
something
you
funny.
gotta show. You gotta show.
You
It.
play ball, dunk on me right now.
And by the way, I have a
I bet
question
you
for you
trash
guys.
though.
If you tell people like, oh, I write comedy scripts or something like that, or something like that, like, do people always like ask you like, hey, say something funny or tell me a joke?
Not necessarily, but
Because they don't get it.
you know the link I sent you. I try to put everything in a nice package. So here's us. We for real with that shit. You know what I'm saying? To a certain degree, versus nothing. Because how many people? Oh, I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to do that, and they're not. In this fucking entertainment shit.
Yeah.
And writing's it's like magical in a lot of people's eyes. Like we ask somebody who writes a book, you say where you get your inspiration from, but you never say, let me hear a line from your book. You know what I mean? So as a writer, a lot of people just look at it as like a hard skilled thing. So
They
it's
spit
really
out an excerpt.
Especially comedy. Apparently, writing comedy is hard.
Yeah,
It's super hard.
Or it's
'Cause
like you have a YouTube channel. Oh, how do you do that? We just record.
Yeah, exactly.
We gotta edit that bit. You gotta edit.
Make a
that
video
bit.
right now.
It's
Make
a
video.
process.
Yeah, exactly. Like, do a video. I was just asking because, like, I mean, like I do improv at my school, and like, so whenever I tell people stuff like that, they're like, "Oh, like, tell me a joke or say something funny." You
Yeah.
know?
It's like, it's
Every
not
time.
how it works.
Yeah, that's not how
how it
improv
works.
works.
Exactly. Like, we can, like, have a conversation or something like that,
Yeah.
and maybe, hopefully, like, naturally, something funny might happen. I might crack a joke or something, like we're doing now. But,
But not on the spot like that.
Yeah,
what do you want me to do? Tell a knock
that's-
joke? Like, that's
that's-
the worst type of
Do a
joke.
long form real quick.
Huh?
Say do a long form. You know, like long form improv.
Long form.
Oh,
Oh no, okay, never
Oh,
mind.
you gotta
never
give
mind.
me.
Cut
What
it.
is
You'd have
a
to give me a
long-form
concept.
improv?
Exactly. Exactly.
I'm not an actor, so
I
I
took
don't
some
know.
improv classes. I know
I mean,
some
I
of the
know you
terminology.
have.
Yeah.
I know
okay,
you
okay.
have, so
That's
I
what
know
I'm
it's
saying.
there.
Yeah.
What was your question? What?
Oh no, I'm not an actor, so I don't know what.
What is long form?
Yeah,
improv?
long form improv.
What is long form improv?
Yes.
Since you just threw that shit out there.
Yeah, that's if you do improv for like a long time. You got to keep the scenario going. You got to keep it.
For
You
a
got to keep the
long
improv
time.
going.
Oh,
yeah.
so like
short form,
password.
short improv. Yeah. So you just got to keep it going.
Like
You
long
got to keep
division.
going for like at
Remember
least
that
like
phone? Remember
10
that
minutes.
game? That game telephone you used to play when you was like little at the sleepovers.
Definitely not telephone.
Y'all used to have sleepovers. And you
We
play
did have
telephone?
sleepover. We wasn't
But
playing
dudes,
telephone.
yeah, we was playing game.
Yeah.
We used to have sleepovers.
I'm gonna
play
beat you on
telephone.
this video game.
So you just pass around the rumor, and then every time it gets.
Y'all
longer.
did-
So women
At
was
a
gossiping
sleepover?
when I was young.
Yes, that was how we did it.
And they wonder why they get paid less.
Oh.
Exactly. Anyway,
Okay, y'all gotta cut that shit out. For real.
That hurt me, bro.
That hurt my toes.
Can we cut that out?
That was the writer.
He said
That was
a
the
writer.
That wasn't Chaz.
Yeah, exactly. This is all part of the right.
Anywho,
that's in the next script.
anywho.
It's called Real Life. Anyway,
Lord.
it's just a joke. Don't get
I'm surrounded.
let's not get triggered, folks. No triggers.
All right, next.
All right. So I forgot my question. I did have a good question. It was really good. I promise.
Yeah.
Do you think the improv? Two questions. Do you think really school actually gives you an advantage if you want to get into the acting space, or is that something that you just have to kind of dive into?
Right. Well, yeah, it definitely helps with technique and stuff.
Mm.
Like that's basically, a lot of what you know, the professors and stuff like that in the department teach you is just, you know, how to sort of, you know, do things like most like effectively and stuff like that. Like now, do you necessarily need school? Like I'll admit, you know, right now, like I don't think you necessarily need it in order to, you know, be successful. Like there's plenty of, you know, successful actors now who skip college altogether.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But, you know, and, you know, that's just about like having that like it factor, I guess, you know, what people say is like, you know, having
or knowing
stage
the right
presence.
people.
Yeah. Having connections. It's all about who you know and like, you know.
I got a question.
Yeah.
Why are so many actors bum ass motherfuckers?
Dang, son.
Well,
so here's
I feel
context.
personally attacked.
Oh, good. So
I have been triggered, sir.
You triggered?
No.
So here's
Back.
okay. Well, think about people in your classmates or just people in the area. So with me doing this and inviting folks over, I'd be like, hey, da da da, and it's like after I'm talking to these people, I'm like, what is your plan? I don't think for a lot of actors, maybe just my ignorance of not being on that side of it. Like,
I see what you're saying.
Like, basically, I look at it like this. So, just with me, like, being a professional looking for jobs, I have a very targeted plan for any job that I'm looking for. Whereas for a lot of actors, it's like, I'm going to do my headshot, I'm going to do this. And it's like, well, you're just applying. It's like the same thing. You're applying for a lot of positions, hoping you get a call back. I'm not. So, if I'm going to look for a job, look for a gig, I would try to be so intense and targeted of trying to get it. Whereas for a lot of actors, it's like you just spray and spray and pray for a call back.
Yeah. Well, what I would say to that is, I mean, you know, it's very, you know, acting is a lot different than a lot of other professions where, you know, it's so hard to break into.
Good point.
You know, that space and like be successful. Like you sort of have to cast a large net. I feel like at first, at least. You know, when you're first getting in, you want to be diverse. You want to be able to play different characters and sort of just go for, you know, whatever you can and whatever's available.
Kind of see what works.
Yeah, because you never know when you're going to get that
But
gig.
what are things you can do in the front end, especially as a student or when you're young, to say, let me build this kind of portfolio to, you know, to give myself a leg up. You know, does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. And I mean, everybody's different, I feel like. Like some people, you know, especially like at my school, you know, it being a very traditionally Christian school, like a lot of those, you know, a lot of the students there, a lot of the actors, like they want to do things that are more like, you know, Christian centered, something
like
where
VeggieTales and shit.
I mean, maybe not necessarily like VeggieTales, but just like something where they can sort of, you know, spread that, you know, message and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Not saying that I'm particularly that way, but
you can appreciate it.
You know, some people like they have like a focus, like, hey, this is what I want to do with this skill, this talent that I have. But, you know, I say the way I look at it is, you know, I just want to do anything. Like that's kind of, and maybe not anything. Like I'll set boundaries.
But I guess I'm thinking for me, if I'm an actor, if I'm in that world, I would have a fucking skill or something. And when I'm not getting gigs,
in addition to that,
when I'm not getting, if I'm not working, I'm doing something I can live comfortable. I'm not gonna just be doing it just in the gig economy.
Absolutely.
Delivering Grubhub. You know what I'm saying?
Like,
that's not, you're trying to live comfortable
at
the same time, but chase your dream.
I'm just speaking on someone else's experiences. I see people that come to Atlanta thinking they could just get an acting gig right away, and then turns out it's not the case. It's not always what they think.
That's why
so
I respect
they end up like that.
The actress who was on here before. She just flew out here just to make connections, and then she wanted to come back. So it's not like you're just not
here and stuck.
Yeah, you're just not coming out here just trying to you putting all your eggs in one basket. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, all right, let me come out here, meet people, network, and then make the move.
Yeah, I think that's how you have to do it. And Atlanta is like the Southern Hollywood. It's arguably the hardest place to get an acting gig here. So because everybody's trying to be an actor, but
I wouldn't say it's the hardest place.
I mean, it's hard in the sense of, like he said, like everybody knows about it.
I would think Hollywood's harder.
Well, I don't live in Hollywood, so I don't know what.
I mean, Atlanta's
for black actors. You think Hollywood would be harder?
But people from Hollywood are moving to Atlanta.
What kind of? Why would you say?
But why would that be if there's more black actors in Atlanta? I feel like there wouldn't be as many.
There's more black directors.
Yeah. So all
What
right.
are you talking about?
Okay. So let me rephrase.
You said there's more black writers than.
So let's say there's a casting call for African American male, early 20s, athletic build. If we're in Atlanta and Chocolate City, it's about Tyrone, D-Ray, and DeAndre show up. We're in
Yeah,
LA.
it would be harder.
Well,
to
but
get it here.
Right. So versus.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
It
so
would.
you're saying the
I'm
competition?
saying
here
the competition here is harder.
is
Depending
harder
on-
to
No.
get.
for black actors,
But the opportunities-
versus LA or Hollywood.
But you're not gonna get those same opportunities in Hollywood. They could be looking for the next
Maybe.
Hills.
It all depends on the casting call.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it may be like if they were trying to do an all black cast in LA. Like I'm pretty sure
That's easy.
it
You want
would
to be over there.
That's what I'm saying. It might be easier to go over there and do it
Okay,
versus coming
one more
to
question.
Atlanta.
I see what you're saying.
So,
Yeah.
like, one thing I noticed compared when I'm trying to, recruit actors, hey, show up, I'm a writer, I do these table reads, etc. That's like the acting game is kind of like rappers. How many folks be like, yo, listen to my tape, check out my SoundCloud, and it's like, yo, I'm an actor, blah blah blah, and it's
Well, I mean,
versus, bro, how about you try to position yourself in a different area? You know what I'm saying?
that's the thing. For me, like looking outside in, actors, the grind, you got to constantly reinvent yourself. You got to constantly move around, find next opportunity here and there, like the next big fish.
Yeah.
So it's like, you taking a chance on these venues and this stuff. Like I can imagine it being draining. Constantly going through, disappointed, this isn't working out. Like I can't imagine the stress of an actor who has
Waiting for that callback.
waiting for that callback.
Yeah.
So, I mean that's how I feel. Why somebody will be on some like, because it's like I'm trying to eat. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But you
gotta
wouldn't-
keep putting yourself out there. Like,
But you wouldn't be trying to eat if you had like that plan B.
I agree with that.
So that's more so I'm like, you just can't. So you got a resume and you're trying to get like a good paying job. Yo, I've been acting for 10 years. All right, well, can you build reports? Well, I can act like I can. Get the fuck out get the fuck out of here.
yeah. I
Does that
mean,
make
It's
sense?
tough.
Yeah, no, I see your point.
Yeah.
And like me, I mean, I'm still doing, business administration. Like that's my major. So
I
guess
mean,
you
just
could say,
have
like,
that
that's
skill
my-
so you can like still be comfortable. And so you have that you just have options. That's
Well,
all.
But
skill is so
also,
broad
yeah.
though.
Yeah.
Like when you say skill, like what do you mean exactly?
Just anything. Like barber,
Like,
electrician.
have like a fallback plan.
Something you can do that with flexible hours so that you can still go to these casting calls.
I disagree though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because the reason why is because I think communication is probably one of the biggest skills that people sleep on.
Well, I'm saying swag it out in that way then.
I mean, because
So
you can
just-
get a job in sales easy. Boom. You know what I'm saying?
Do a lot of actors do sales?
I mean, they probably could. They have the charisma
Yeah.
and stuff like that. But what I was gonna say is like, I mean, while what you're saying is valid and like that makes sense. I understand that point. I do also admire people who are like, hey, this is what I want to do. I want to
in
be an
this shit.
actor. I want to do this, and
Yeah.
they're fully invested because
Locked in.
you I'm sure you hear like a lot of times like people say like, oh, if you have a fallback plan, that means if
You're
somebody
not fully,
has a
you're not
fallback,
fully
you're not
invested.
fully
exactly.
invested.
They're just gonna end up doing
Yeah.
that fallback plan because they're not gonna once things go south, they're just gonna end up falling back. But I admire people who are fully invested in their work and
They
Can I
make,
ask-
they
can
make
I
their
ask-
plan B their plan A.
Can I ask everybody
Exactly.
a random question?
Yep.
Was Nick Cannon fallback playing Mariah Carey?
I don't think so.
I don't know. I don't
Yeah,
know
I
Nick Cannon
doubt
like that.
that.
We're not about to have slander.
Wasn't he already
Nick Cannon.
famous?
I know.
We said this a
He
couple
was
weeks ago.
Nickelodeon famous.
You're not going to slander Nick Cannon.
I'm not slandering.
Okay.
But to his point, he said that's a fallback. So
But
he's
Nick
like,
Cannon's different.
let me get
He's
them
a
babies real
business
quick.
Man, he got multiple business ventures,
multiple.
man. And
Okay.
I think that's just because that's what he wants to do. It's not a fallback plan. He's
Okay.
just he gets
wasn't
moving.
Nick Cannon famous before he got with
Yeah,
Mariah
I mean,
Carey?
obviously.
Yeah,
Yeah, so how is that a
Nickelodeon.
fallback?
Nickelodeon.
but you know how much
Yeah,
money she got?
I mean, I guess.
What's that song she do? What's that Christmas song? Every year they be
Oh,
roasting.
yeah, the
all I
Christmas-
want for Christmas.
Oh,
Yeah, all over Christmas.
How
Yeah.
much money
Classic.
she make every year off that
I'm
shit?
sure she
Yeah,
gets.
that's a classic.
She's comfortable with that one.
But I mean, either way,
Anyway.
we already know that if that was his fallback plan, it didn't work out. So
Or it did. You know what I'm saying?
wilding out,
Yeah.
which he's still doing at
Yep.
30. I find that so funny.
What?
Oh man!
Wilding Out
Nick
funny in
Cannon, please, if
2019.
you're watching
No,
this,
no, I'll
In
elaborate.
2019, it's funny.
Wait a minute. So
love
improv
that.
comics, improv comedy, that's all Wildin' Out is.
Yeah, no. I was saying the reason I was saying that was because like
Uh-oh.
Nick Cannon is just like he's been doing that for so long, and it's like Wild 'N Out is a show that's like sort of like catered towards like the younger like black audience and stuff like that. And he's what, like 30 something?
So what?
Going
He
on
had to be.
40.
Do you know how much you know the opportunities that he has provided for a lot of up and coming comedians?
Cat Williams.
And instead of just leaving and saying, "Okay, I'm on to the next thing," he sat there because I think it's his responsibility at this point to make sure these guys grow and develop and create family, improv.
Just
like,
to be a place for.
there was
I have no problem with it.
Yeah, there was a time where there was a time Wild 'N Out was getting stale actually. But then, he went to that venture. He went to all these social media comedians, brought them up to Wild 'N Out, and
that's what I was just about
now
to
it's funny.
say.
Now in
Wild
2019,
went off for a while.
it did.
And then
I
he came
remember.
back.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, I have no problem with it. He's making all the money.
And
I feel like
he
DC
signed
Can off that.
Yeah, DC Young Fly blew up off that.
a lot of those guys.
Exactly.
he blew up before that, but that
Oh,
kind of
no,
like
he
raised
didn't.
his platform.
I knew
know
him
he
because of Wild
blew
'N
up
Out.
before that.
What's blowing up?
I knew him way before. He was viral on social media.
Was you paying him though?
He
Was you paying him? There's a difference between Instagram
No.
followers.
This just made him
No,
like more worldwide, but
listen.
he was already viral before that.
Shea was a big fan of Love Don't Cost a Thing. Just saying.
Just saying.
Just saying. It's okay.
I
It's all right.
don't even know what that is.
Wait, what are y'all talking about? I thought he was
Movie
talking
with
about
him-
DC Young Fly.
No, I'm talking about the movie with Nick Cannon and Christina Milian.
Love don't
Oh,
cost
oh,
anything.
that
Oh,
was
I thought he
dope.
was talking about DC Young Fly.
I was just a big fan of Christina Milian, but that's about it.
But
Yeah, no.
I say without Nick Cannon, man, I mean he's pretty much he has his finger on the pulse of the culture.
Was his fallback rapping?
Shit, I hope not.
That was
That's
just
another one that didn't work out.
Will Smith bars.
Yeah, that's tough.
well.
This is fallback
Let
movie.
me get back on that because he released some music recently that was actually pretty nice.
He did.
He actually signed some of people from not was a while, but
Oh, you signed?
Sean Bang Bang
they
Boomerang.
got me out here, man.
That name Boomerang the feature.
But yeah, his most recent stuff is pretty good. He
Yeah.
had a joint with Ty Dolla $ign that was fire.
Oh, really?
Oh.
What are you
Yeah.
rapping about?
He's actually
Cannon.
singing.
Yeah, he's singing now.
Yeah.
They can't sing it.
Yeah.
With a flute. I
It's
think that's a
actually
flute.
no
now.
autotune.
Huh?
No
Nah.
autotune.
A little bit.
He got the
Little bit.
turban.
Yeah, he plays a flute too.
I don't know.
He float.
Nah, I don't know about that.
On a
Snake
carpet.
snake charmer. Look at that.
It's like little Uchi Vert vocals.
Nah.
No.
Nick Cannon, well, in
I
it.
don't know.
All right, so
Nick Cannon's making money.
so
Shout out to Nick Cannon.
yeah, shout out and shout out to Random Combos. All right, so so man, all right, so I guess can we swing into
Want me to jump into table reads or you want to go first? I go first.
yes, go ahead.
All right, so announcements. So I think we are 6 scripts away from finishing the season.
We're going away, y'all. I'm sorry.
Is it the season finale? Oh my.
No,
Oh,
not
okay.
this. I'm talking about for,
Yeah, just for the first season.
the table reads. So we've been
okay.
writing the table reads, and I think February 2019. That's when the bitches really increase in quality. But there's about 6 more I want to do. The ones we talked about last podcast was I forgot about the time one, and then
That's a good one.
shooting blanks. I forgot about that one.
Yeah.
I still want to do the prison one because I just think, what if a Christian dude go to jail and he's like, "Yo, I'm about Christ." It's like, "Nah, you got to join something. You got to join these Crips, bro." So I don't know. I think that's funny. But anyway, I think we just have 6 more. Maybe 1 including today if that one goes good. We could go down to 5, and then we're gonna start shooting these bitches. Start
Yes.
filming them.
We
So
wanna do that.
we're gonna do live actors and or sock puppets.
And or sock puppets, depending on the budget. We have to look at the numbers.
You gotta look at the numbers.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be behind the green screen,
Screen. Yeah.
and then the good thing is, actually at work I'm starting to travel. So let's say I'm not here. It doesn't matter because we already got them bitches written. We already tested them here.
Yeah.
So we just gotta tweak them, and then drum roll, appointing Jerry on as Welcome to the Wall director.
Oh, director.
Okay.
Director, look at that.
I can handle that. I can get that.
Behind the camera, face up.
Hell yeah.
So with that, I mean, we already got the Welcome to the Wall actor. So all we gotta do is just transition to in front of the camera. Just buy some. We gotta look at the numbers for the cameras and shit.
Yeah.
It's all about the budget. We gotta look at the budget.
We do gotta look at the budget.
So, but we got so many lights. I think we have everything. Like I think we need a boom mic.
Yeah, there's a few things we need, but
yeah.
I'm sure we can swag it
I
out.
think we got everything.
I got y'all.
So
Okay, cool.
it's I'm thinking by a month from now, maybe at a max 8 weeks.
I'm so fucking excited about it. Excuse my language, but
Damn.
Demonetized.
but the reason why is because I've been seeing us grow just as like just readers, you know. Where it's like I'm surprised we've been reading so well. Is I would like to see us to
and by readers, you mean the voice acting.
Voice acting, right? So
Compared to last year, we came a long way.
man.
And practice makes perfect.
Yeah.
And I just like to say I'm finally glad I can make it to this table read because I haven't been in a table read in like 2 months.
Yeah, we
Yeah, it's
know.
been
Like that, yeah.
Yeah.
We know.
Spot.
Damn. Damn.
It's not my fault. I got to work.
You gotta work.
No,
man.
you good. You good. Get that money.
Smooth butter.
Smooth.
Got
Get that
butter.
money.
My man got 3 jobs.
Smooth. What's my
Ooh.
name?
Look at him out here showing out.
Pause.
Yeah, no. Smooth.
Yeah.
What's my
Oh,
name?
so you buying dinner next time? You buying?
Oh no, I
buying
don't got.
lunch,
I
dinner,
make
and
3 jobs,
breakfast.
but those 3 jobs don't make that
For
much
3
money.
meals. There you go. 3 jobs for 3 meals. There you go.
Don't even say that.
Say something.
Don't say nothing.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm
stay
gonna say
smooth. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I've been
broke.
busy.
I ain't broke, people. I ain't broke.
I've been busy and just
I've been busy. Yeah,
That's all you gotta say.
I'm like that guy from Martin. That yeah,
Yeah, bro, man.
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
definitely.
You know I'm millennial. I don't remember the name.
Yeah,
right.
he's good.
Yeah.
All right, so so yeah, I'm excited about that, man. I really like to see where that goes.
So I do want to talk about. I haven't been able to write this week because of travel, but the 2 I want to write are. I want to tackle the homeless one thing. I want to ask you guys real quick. If you're eating at a restaurant, you see a homeless person there. How do you feel?
I feel like
And this could be fast food, not like obviously they're not gonna
You
let
mean
them in
with
like a high
food
end.
or
It doesn't matter. Let's
oh.
say you just go into like fast food joint anywhere. Homeless person sitting there looking sad. How does that make you feel?
It makes me sad.
I'll give them
Are you,
food.
are you gonna buy them food though?
Yeah, I'll give them food.
I think.
it does.
Oh,
I think
are you
if-
gonna buy them
I
food
think
though?
if I see them there like a lot, then I would probably buy them food.
Damn.
I just gotta see their mentality. If they're in there really for food, and yeah, I won't just get them actual food. I'm not gonna give them money. Gonna get them actual food because I don't know if
Yeah,
they
you
get
give
money,
them
they
actual
could get
food.
drugs.
Yeah, because I think
So why would you give them food if they're in the restaurant versus on the street?
I'll
I
give them
don't
food on
know,
the street
like,
too.
because-
If I have food lying
because
around, I'll
if
give them
it's
food.
if it's a place that I go often, like if it's a place, like if it's just on the street, I'm just walking. Like it's not.
Like
somewhere
So
I-
you
like-
say bump do all this?
Like I work
Yeah, like,
downtown.
if cause,
Damn.
yeah, like you're not gonna see the same people on the street every
Yeah.
single day.
I think we need homeless people etiquette. I
Yeah.
think we need to have like a list of rules of how to deal with. the
Okay, so
homeless.
time
I
out.
would actually appreciate that.
You know, because I who
never
knows?
know how to deal with
So
them, to be honest.
what should the business do? So if you're the manager at a
Right.
at a fast food place or a business, a homeless person, you know, it's kind of obvious. Dirty clothes, they smell, whatever the case. How do you do that?
You know what? Yeah, if they smell, it's causing a little distraction, and they smell. So what I'll do is I'll politely give the
What
homeless
homeless
man
person
some
don't
food.
smell?
There's some homeless people.
There's
Well,
some that don't smell because they do
The shelters,
They
they
go
have
to the
shelters and
shelter,
stuff.
Oh, okay.
but they can't stay there all day.
Then you
They'll
don't know
go
they're
in
homeless.
They'll go in at night and then they'll come back out.
I can't believe you said that.
How would you know they're homeless? They don't smell.
What?
So here's one situation I want to put in the script. So how about women that leave a domestic situation? We're gonna treat them different than we treat a dude who stinks on the street, right?
Look, if you stink on the street, you homeless. That's just what that is.
Okay.
I mean,
anyway,
that's how I determine if you're
Let-
homeless or not. Like, if I can smell you, I know you're homeless. If I can't smell you, then
You
you
might
probably
not
be
be
faking it.
homeless.
Yeah.
No,
So
there
this-
are
I do
some,
that sometimes.
There are some
I learned that from New
people-
York.
So is it smarter than the
No,
fifth grader?
I have
You stink
seen-
worse than the whole.
I have seen a situation where a guy has been in a restaurant and he was not stink. He looked homeless. Like he had hair all over his
So
face.
is he a hipster?
But half the
He's
people,
not a hipster. He
after
was
living in New
homeless.
York, I know there's a lot of fake homeless people. They just act homeless.
Well, first
look
of all,
homeless
New
so they
York
can
is
get
never
money.
to be trusted.
J. Cole
One.
looks homeless at times when he drinks.
Yeah, he does.
New
Atlanta's
York
might as
is
well be coming
never
to
to
New
be
York.
trusted.
He does.
I
Atlanta's
would
might as well
not
be
trust
coming
a
to New
homeless
York.
person.
He
in
don't
New York
stink.
anywhere.
I'm sure J. Cole looks homeless, but he does not
Okay,
stink.
I don't care about J. Cole. I'm talking about.
I'm just saying. I think there's situations where there's us who are in a good, we're comfortable, and we kind of look at people who are homeless, and then once we
well,
go,
first of all, if you stink, I ain't coming near you. So that's
No.
That's rule
Because they
one.
homeless.
Okay,
Hey, I don't mind. I'll just wash my hands or something. If I had to shake their
But
hand, I'll
I'm
just
just-
wash my hands after.
like, have you all been through homelessness at all?
No.
Close.
I have. So I feel for him.
Yep.
So I want to.
That's why I said I would buy them food because that sucks. You gotta, if you're, and I've seen it. That's what I'm saying. I've seen it
In the
And,
script,
like,
Yeah.
I want to just approach it from both sides because I think
Yeah.
As you should.
there's There's something to be said for
homeless men and women.
Like I said,
not
if I
just
was a
women.
manager, I would give them food, but I'll politely like escort
And
them
that's
out.
what
But I'll
I
give
saw.
them
But here's
food.
the thing, though.
If they're-
That's
If
what
they
I
give them
if they
food,
smell.
are they always gonna come back for some free food?
And then that's why you don't know
But that's
homeless.
the thing. That's the thing. Like I've
can tell
seen
somebody
it.
don't know
I've
the
seen a
homeless.
manager give a homeless person food,
I mean, what
and
happened?
they didn't stink. They weren't. They didn't look like they were on drugs.
No,
they
yeah,
weren't
if they don't
acting crazy.
stink, they're
like,
not
they
causing
were just literally sitting
disruption
in the corner and
in the
reading the
restaurant.
newspaper.
I'll keep them
Like
there.
they were not being
Oh,
disruptive.
well, that's
they were
different.
there
That's
like
rare.
almost every day.
Well, can I say this?
Yes.
I think it's situational. Like, I'm not going to sit here and definitively say, like, in any situation, if I saw a homeless person, I would buy them food or I would give them food. Because, you know, it depends. If they came up to me and asked me and I had the means to do it, of course I would. But, like, to the point of, like, a manager giving somebody food, I think there are situations where, like, I feel like, you know, the right thing to do is to do that. Like, I saw this post on social media where somebody said there was a story about this homeless person who would eat out of the dumpster in front of
homeless
a
people. Yeah,
Little
a lot of people do
Caesars.
that.
It was a Little Caesars pizza. He would eat out of the dumpster in front of him, out of the trash, and the manager would see that every day. So one day he put up a poster in front of his Little Caesars saying like, "Hey, you're a human being. You know, you shouldn't be eating out of the trash. Come in here. You know, during work hours, we'll give you
Now,
a
if
free
I'm a
pizza."
paying customer,
But that's
I
not.
struggle
rock
with
with
that
that.
stuff.
Well, you
I'll
got a
rock with
home.
No,
You got
so
a home.
if I walk into the restaurant and I see motherfuckers sitting there, so here's my fear. I go to these restaurants and I sit in homelessness.
Yeah.
No, my shit is all itchy.
I ain't gonna lie though.
But-
As a kid, go ahead. You finish?
Well, I was just saying like it's inhumane to like just. I feel like it's inhumane.
So what's the
to
balance?
Just watch somebody eat out of trash. Like
Okay,
Like,
so
when you know you
because
can
we
do
have
something
people
about
here
that.
that come by and check the trash. Every time we put that trash can out for the trash, we have people that come by and check it. Every single trash can, they check it.
Yeah.
And they grab stuff and they go in their little cart. Because we're still technically like in the city. So
Yeah.
I see it all the time. So I feel bad for them, but I
It's tough.
understand it is hard with the smells and the stigma and like it is very hard if you're a business owner. But if it's a business, I feel like if you're a business owner, that's up to your discretion. Like you can give somebody, because I heard people that used to work at restaurants, there would be so much leftover food at the end of the day,
they throw that shit
and they
away.
just throw it in the trash.
I
so
hate
it's
that.
like, why don't you?
Well,
give
because
that
it's
time,
liability.
to
So what I
people?
learned
And it
was
is, but if they're
yo,
homeless,
that-
it's like.
they can still sue.
Oh yeah.
And
I learned that
that's-
from working
I
at
don't
the
see
stadium
how- like,
actually.
and that's the thing. It's like
They still have
how?
rights.
Yeah.
But how do they get the lawyer to sue?
So
What have you invite a homeless person to your establishment and then he keeps coming through and he drops kicks customer, right? There's no way you can control that.
Well, yeah.
why
you
you
know?
gotta
I
drop
mean, that's
kick?
not on you.
I'm just saying though.
I don't think that's
Okay,
on
so
you.
wait,
Then you just lock 'em up.
anybody can drop kick anybody. Why gotta just be a homeless person?
I'm just saying.
Anybody
Yeah.
can drop kick
So you just
anybody.
think
You
homeless
just kick
people-
them out. You kick them out. At
So
some
just
point.
homeless
saying.
people
He's a
just
regular customer.
You know
Well,
there was a high
so-
potential drop
The
kick.
thing about that liability, though, let's say if the food causes food poisoning for the homeless person,
Yeah.
that gives them a means to sue.
They can
So that's
sue
why they
us,
don't do
bro.
that. Yeah.
Wait,
Okay,
time out.
how does a homeless person sue you?
Yeah,
Because they can
I
just go
don't
to a lawyer.
understand.
Everybody has the right
You
to
think because they're
civil
homeless
rights.
doesn't mean
Yeah.
they're not smart.
Okay.
Yeah, let's
okay,
not come on.
first of
Let's not
all-
say that.
First of all,
Okay,
say
let's
you can't
stop.
do
First
that.
of all,
Oh.
it should be your. I still feel like it's discretion. Like, yes, there is liability, but how? I just don't see why you can't
Don't
just do
trust
that.
it. But no.
And if a
I
lawyer
just don't get
sees
it.
a way to make money off of that, like, yeah, I could sue a big corporation for giving them food, got food poisoning. They
Well,
don't have
Are
to
they going
charge
to defend the homeless person for free?
All right, hold
Because
on.
they're gonna have.
because they'll get money.
So,
They'll
hey,
get money
I mean,
off the
And this
when they
is
win the
why.
case.
This is why.
Wait, hold on,
America
hold on,
sucks
hold on, hold on.
sometimes.
There's
I ain't
rules
gonna
on
lie.
what you can do with food. Just because the person doesn't sue, you can't violate local health codes.
And a safe serve policy
by,
and stuff like that.
having
So
that
I'm supposed to
secondhand
tell the
food.
homeless person, so I don't have to violate my health code and not get liability and sued. I can't give you this food. I'm sorry.
I mean, you can, but you can also sell weed through the drive-through if you want
Dang.
to. But it's, you know what I mean?
well, there's
true,
no
though.
money transaction
So,
happening.
Yeah, I worked at a place that had someone who walked outside, and they throw all that food away,
Mm-hmm.
and they ate a nugget on their way out, instantly fired because they
Wow.
say if they
Mm-hmm.
keep them and allow that behavior, they take on liability if that person actually
Mm-hmm.
hands food to somebody and they get sick, so they gotta get rid of them. Yeah, that's
That's
serious.
exactly. Yes.
Okay.
Because you cannot
If
be.
I was a business owner, I would be definitely giving my food away to homeless people.
But
but then you're taking the risk though.
Yeah.
You're assuming.
Yeah,
you're
I
taking
learned
on the
that
risk.
from my job.
Okay, so
that
what about
there's a
churches
reason why
when
they
they
don't
have
do
soup
that.
kitchens? Where's the liability in that?
Because per food.
What?
Leftovers.
This is a fact from my job.
Leftovers versus prepared food.
So this is a
different.
fact from my job. What they do. I work downtown. I don't know if I should say where I work.
No.
Okay. So I'm not going to say where I work. All right. But they give away 56,000 pounds of unused food to homeless people.
Okay.
And that's their way to compensate. But it can't give away food that they already used.
They use unused food.
Yeah, unused food.
So
They
that's
can't give
what
away
I'm talking about.
They
I'm
can't
not
give away
talking
food
about
that they already
a
sold.
hamburger that somebody didn't eat. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking
But
about.
like, say after an event, they can't give that food away. Like the leftover food they
That's
have,
just
they
getting
can't give
thrown
that
away.
food away.
Well, yeah. I mean,
for.
if it was prepared for somebody and there's a ton of leftover food, I get that. But if you're just getting influx of food and it hasn't been prepared yet, then yes, give it away to the homeless. I don't see a problem with that.
All right,
Yeah.
so I got a lot to think about in the
Yeah, a
script.
lot to think about. One thing
And next
to add,
time we need to bring Miss Joanna up here, my friend, because she actually started a nonprofit for homeless people.
Oh yeah, we
in
told her to come
Nice.
through.
her nonprofit is all about giving supplies to homeless women and children, and
That's
so
good.
we need to have her up on here.
Somebody help tell us that you're wrong. Real quick.
Ain't nobody wrong up in here.
Okay. Real
Mr.
quick.
Shea Butter.
Oh, don't do that.
Never
All
wrong.
right. So
Shea butter. Hammer.
I thought it was smooth shea butter, and I'm smooth like shea
Yeah,
butter.
for your lips. All right, go
all
ahead.
right. So
Hey.
one quick thing
Hey,
to
hey.
mention as well. As a kid, I've always, for some reason, as I was young, I always thought of homeless people like zombies. So,
Bro, you got the worst.
So he cut me off to say that.
hey man, that was something that used to affect me as a kid. I used to think they were zombies, and so
So when
I
you
used to be afraid if they was to breathe on me or if there was.
you turned into what too?
I'll turn into a zombie. So that's one thing to acknowledge.
So think about that in the script.
If you get bit by a homeless person, will you become a zombie?
That's something your parents told you or something?
I don't know. That's something I used to think about.
Bro, so when you help me write the script, you're gonna throw in all terrible.
Hey man, that's just where I saw it.
I'm done. I'm signing off. I'm signing off.
That would be funny,
Just
though.
real quick, the second script is did we talk about the juice last time?
I don't remember.
Did we talk about not having the juice? So this script was
We did talk about
on the
it.
podcast?
I thought we did. Okay,
Talk
okay.
about no
No.
ejaculation.
No,
Oh, okay, that's what's up.
shooting blanks. All right.
All right.
So
That's what we talked about.
watch the last podcast for that one.
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
please.
But
I will.
one concept I think I'm really interested in is, what if like how to handle not having the juice. So in other words, what if your dreams don't come true, or what if
Yeah, you don't have
what
the
if
juice.
what if so and so got the promotion? Yeah, because they got the juice and you
You
don't.
ain't good enough.
So I was like, how to formulate that in the script or in the story, and what if you're a parent? Could you imagine like Michael Jordan Jr. It had to be tough. In fact, Michael Jordan Jr. He tried to follow his father's footsteps and it didn't
don't
really
have the
pan
juice.
out. He don't got the. So how do you, as a parent, if you got the juice, how you deal with your children not doing it, or vice versa?
I think 99% of people don't have the juice. The juice is like that's special.
The
You know
juice
what
is
I'm saying?
sacred.
The juice is sacred. A lot of people don't have. I think there's more people who don't have the juice than there is people that do have the juice.
Okay, can we define the juice? Can we?
It's
is
the
that-
juice.
It's the juice, man.
I mean, I get what you're saying.
Go
I
to
just
Urban
feel like in order
Dictionary.
to talk about it.
Okay, so
We gotta
fair enough.
define
Fair
it.
enough. That Obama has the juice. He has a presence. He has
It's
it.
the juice.
Like the it factor.
It.
The
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
It.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the juice.
We called it swag like 5 years ago.
Yeah, it was like
Okay.
in the 90s they called it juice, but then now they call it swag.
I just keep
But now
thinking
it's like
about that
juice.
Chance the Rapper song now. I want to sing it.
I was singing it too. Yeah, I feel you.
What song is that?
I got
Juice?
the juice. I got
I got the juice.
juice.
That's our one. That's our one. Yeah,
I don't know what they're talking about. All right.
it's a song.
Actually,
that's
I
all
don't
Chance
even.
the
Do your
Rapper.
research.
That's
Yeah.
before he went gospel.
Yeah,
He ain't no
definitely-
gospel.
He went gospel.
Tomato,
Kinda.
tomato.
That's a whole nother discussion.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm just thinking about a way to put that in a story, make it interesting, both sides. Because there are a lot of lanes where I just don't have any juice, and that's cool. But some lanes, I
I
think
do
got
have the juice, so you got to
Yeah.
find out where your juice is, like your tap.
Gotta
Yeah.
find the
But
juice
what if
within
your
you.
juice into some corny shit like, yo, I'm the best puzzle dude ever.
Then
I put
juice
together
it.
puzzles.
Then juice it, bro. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta
Juice
get to
it,
that
bro.
point where you find your juice and juice it.
Oh, that's pretty gross.
Say
All right.
juice it.
Motivational.
All right, okay.
So I guess are we done?
Yeah. Go
All
ahead.
right. Shea Butter, we got 5
wait.
seconds.
Okay, wait. What happened to my gaming news?
Hey, I got
We're running
5
out of
seconds,
time.
right?
Oh,
We got
so
5
now we don't have
seconds,
time.
okay.
We talking about homeless people and zombies for
Hey,
15
I,
minutes.
hey, I'm on my 5
We
seconds.
can get it in. Let's get it in.
Yeah,
All right.
like how you just got?
The longer time we talk about not going.
Now we're not going. All right, Shea, you got 5 seconds.
All right, 5 seconds. All right. So yeah. I'm glad to be here again, second time in a row. Yeah, it's great. I didn't know I was gonna get my 5 seconds. If I did, I would have had my script. But
next time you can just, hey, I'm good. I don't got anything to say.
Hey, it was only 5 seconds. I had to.
It was only 5, bro.
Yeah, I had to conjure up something,
I know you got all the time, my G.
All right,
just be humble. Just be humble.
All right,
How many seconds I got?
All them bitches.
7.
Take it away. Allison.
Anyway,
Take it away.
gaming news.
5 seconds is up.
Right?
So, who in here is buying the Nintendo Switch Lite? 'Cause
Not
I
me.
want to
No.
know so I can slap you.
What's
Not
the difference
me.
between?
What is the difference?
What is it?
All right, so the difference is the Nintendo Switch has the 2 Joy-Cons that detach, and of course it plugs into TV so you can do your game. We all know that. So the Nintendo Switch Lite is basically a Game Boy, where there's no detachable side thingies. It's 720p screen. It's a little bit smaller, and it's portable. I mean, the Switch was portable, so I really don't know why they did that. I mean, I feel like,
But you want to know why?
and it's only $200, not $300.
But you want to know why?
Why they do?
Because it's for the parents that want to buy something for the kids this holiday.
And I understand that, and I know it's not really targeted for gamers such as myself, and I could appreciate that. That's cool. I just feel like I wanted something more like
Okay,
from
but
Nintendo.
you know what's coming though, right? You know what the inevitable announcement's going to be? A Switch Pro. You know it's coming.
Oh yeah.
You know it's coming.
Boosted.
So we got the
A
Switch
boosted
Lite,
Switch.
and now we're gonna have the Switch
the
Pro.
Switch
coming.
Pro,
Yep,
the regular
yep.
Switch, and the Switch Lite.
It's like technology now. Just add a pro to the name. Just
And
put
then,
a couple
it
features.
just adds
Jack
a
the
whole
price up
$300.
$300. Yeah.
What happens if we change our Welcome to the Wall Pro? You think that we can do something like that?
On
Bro.
Patreon.
Yeah, it's called Patreon.
Welcome to the Wall Pro. There
Become
you
a
go.
member, bitch.
okay. I rock with that.
Become a member, bitch.
I just want to know, in the comments or whoever, I want to know if
quick
you.
take on that.
Yeah.
I think it's cool though because for people that don't want to have the detached,
the whole
Switch, and they just want the, just want to.
And it has a little bit longer battery life.
Yeah,
So
it's cool for them. But for people that already own a Switch,
yeah,
why?
it's pointless.
Yeah, I would not be buying. I already have a Switch. Thank you, Nintendo, for that.
Number one console.
So yeah, that was my gaming news. Thanks for my 15 seconds.
No
I
problem.
appreciate it.
Wait, how
I
she get
appreciate it,
15? I
sir.
got 5.
Huh?
Because she came ready and prepared with something
Oh.
to talk about.
Yeah, you was just chilling.
Next show, I got you.
I mean, you could have talked a whole bunch of things like there's trades that's been happening all
yeah, I
week.
didn't know.
It's
Okay,
over. It's
okay,
over.
let's talk about Russell Westbrook then.
No, it's over.
Let's talk about
It's
Russell
over.
Westbrook.
Nope, it's time. It's time.
over.
We
Got
gotta
the
go,
two
man.
players with the highest usage rates of all time.
All right,
on the
bang,
same
bang.
team.
Okay.
Close it out. Close it out.
All right, man. So definitely keep rocking with us, man. We're still working. We're still grinding. We're jumping to the table reads right after this, and later on we got a game night. So
Can I talk about one DLC movie?
Yeah, what do you need?
Rush Hour.
What's the DLC for
What's
Rush
the
Hour?
what's the
I
what's the
need-
DLC?
The season
for-
pass for Rush Hour.
What's that?
We in traffic, then.
What?
But if you want the real version, you got to buy the season pass.
That's right.
Okay, all right.
So,
I didn't get it.
You know the movie Rush Hour?
No.
But instead of getting the movie, you get the downloadable content of
We're
him
in
just
traffic.
in traffic. Yeah, just in traffic.
I thought I
Rush
got the
Hour.
corny jokes.
Boo. I mean, it was there.
I thought I had the corny jokes. But-
once we film it,
fermented.
it'll be funny.
Yeah, yeah.
all right.
I think so.
All right.
So, all right, man. Keep rocking with us, man. We working. Yeah.
Yeah, tough crowd.